Okay, sorry about that. We just started recording. So let me introduce Kelly Support Group. We are Hong Kong-based NGO already over 34 years. And so many people ask us, what does Kelly stand for? Actually, Kelly stands for Kids Everywhere Like You. So we primarily serve childish and non-childish youth age 14 to 24. Roughly, it's about secondary school time and also university time. We adopt a preventive approach. So we mainly our main programs are going to the schools and share a lot of information and awareness and before everything happens. This is what we call a preventive approach. And our most important approach is by youth for youth. We empower a lot of youth, young people, and then they can support themselves. So quickly about our vision is we envision a world young people can empower themselves to reach their own full potential. Our mission is to equip them with skills, knowledge, and opportunities. And our core values, which is really, really critical. Our core values are supportive, empathetic, non-judgmental, confidential, and inclusive. So this is important for these core values are so important when we are interfacing with all the youth. This is the attitude we are taking when we deliver all our programs. Okay. Yes, today we have ground rules. There's a few ground rules I want to share here quickly, and then we will go through them in more details later on. First is confidentiality. Second is no pressure to share. And all reactions are valid. Yeah, sometimes we have to step away or get help if overwhelmed. So we'll cover them in the coming hour. So today we are mainly to support youth and parents emotionally and practically. So Vincent, let's start.
Sure.
Something right.
Before I start the grounding exercise, we'd just like to emphasize that this webinar is mostly concerning the secondary responses that people face after an incident happens, which in this case is obviously the fire in Taipo. So by secondary, it's not directly at those who witnessed the incident in person or those who have actually experienced the incident in person. Rather, this webinar is mainly for those parents, youth, in fact, everybody who is constantly seeing news, hearing about the incident, and addressing the emotions that people are going through just by repeatedly seeing and hearing about the incident. So we hear that lots of people are having some emotions, and in fact, going into the office from time to time, we see people saying, "Oh, because of what happened, we're feeling not being able to sleep at night, or we're feeling some emotional upheavals every now and then." And this webinar is mostly addressing these. So before we begin, let's do a very brief grounding exercise. And just be aware that obviously if you're driving or if you're doing anything that requires your full attention, please do so and do not follow the exercise because this is important. But rather, if you're staying at home, if you're kind of paying full attention to this webinar, then I would encourage you to follow this following exercise. So if you are seated or if you're lying down, whichever position that you're now in, I would just invite you to slowly pay attention to the bottom of your feet and just feel the sensation that your feet is now feeling. And just for this moment, notice if there is any temperature, if there is any stress, or otherwise surrounding the bottom of your feet. And while you're doing this, just notice that you're also breathing. A lot can be going through in our minds, and we can just acknowledge them and continue to let our conscious mind place our focus towards the bottom of our feet. And gradually, along with our breathings, move our attention to our backs, whether or not we're lying down or seated against a chair or whichever way, even if we're standing. Just notice the sensation of our back right now. If it's supported by a chair, notice how our backs are pressed against the chair. And if we're standing, notice how our entire body structure is supporting our back. And finally, I would invite you to focus on that one point at the top of your head. Just notice when we focus on this very spot, we might even be able to feel that there is a little pull pulling ourselves upwards, strengthening our neck, our back, and our entire body. And if you feel comfortable, you could gradually come back to this present moment and let our webinar begin.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Vincent. Yeah, I have a good relax and I'm so calm now. So let's start today's webinar. Okay. It comes to like few days ago, like when I turned on the TV, I looked the news, and then I saw all the pictures of everything. It made me so shocked, and I don't know what to do. So I guess many of us feel like that.
Yeah.
So even we were not there. So what are the common emotions or like physical reactions that people like me will experience right now?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure everybody who's here might or might not have watched a movie before. And when you watch a movie, if there is some really shocking scenes, you get feelings in your body. And this feelings, well, in a movie, we know it's not real, but this time everything is very real.
Yeah.
And our body actually tells us that this is shocking. And it's not just in our heads. The feeling, the emotion, we actually feel it in our body. It's almost like our entire system is reacting to it. It's common to feel that maybe a sense of hopelessness, a sense of helplessness. There is so much that you want to help, and yet there's very little that we can do. And we might feel angry, which is natural because, after all, it is an incident that could have been prevented if measures have been taken. And some of us might even experience insomnia because of what had happened, because of the news, because of what we've heard over and over again. So it's very natural to feel all these.
Yeah,
And
I cannot sleep actually.
Really,
I cannot sleep at night. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's very important for us to look after ourselves in these difficult times because our energy can be very drained just by listening and by seeing what's happening. And somehow we know it's tragic. We know it's a tragedy of that's what happened, and yet our brain seems to be stimulated by constantly looking out for news like this, or on social media that we're constantly actively looking out for updates. It is all very natural, and yet we are suggesting that it might not be the healthiest. In fact, we might even need to take the little bit of extra effort to refrain ourselves from constantly updating in relation to the incident. We'll talk more about that throughout this webinar.
You mentioned about some emotional or physical behavior. And is there any difference, like maybe children and adolescents, they will present differently or additionally?
Well, let's first talk about children. This is actually quite important because children, they might not have the right vocabulary to express themselves. I mean, actually, it's more of it's not just children. A lot of people, maybe including ourselves, don't always have the right vocabulary to express ourselves. So for children, it's more important to look out for how they're expressing themselves physically, how these internal stress are manifesting themselves. Sometimes for young children, or maybe even teenagers, they might express that they are feeling confused about what's happening. They might feel upset, like we all do. They might feel anger, but sometimes they might even feel physically, how should we say this, physically uncomfortable. They might feel that they're not in the right state of mind to go to school. Some of them might even show signs of their grades kind of declining, not being able to work as efficiently as they normally do. So these are also some of the signs that we need to look out for.
So it may take some time. Right?
It could potentially be quite a long-term thing.
So we need to like put our eyes, observe what will happen.
That's right.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so that's better for me. Like I feel better now because I understand. I'm not alone. I'm not abnormal. So I'm there. So and I'm a scout leader too. I really want to like help or to understand what the children are feeling. So what should I say or I should not say?
Sure. Well, because of what happened, we always feel that as parents, we need to do something about it. Now, rightly or wrongly, our kids might or might not be affected by the incident. And our lives still needs to go on, right? It's not, well, yes, what had happened is affecting a lot of people. But we need to remember that our life still goes on. And our full attention should not be placed on just this one incident because there are still many other things that we need to look out for, continue our daily jobs, our family relationships. So if we focus too much on the incident and try to talk with our children on, oh, exactly, this is what happened, we might actually be putting the burden on them to address this if they are not prepared to. So I guess one thing that we could do is actually let the normal family conversation goes and don't do anything too specific.
Too aggressive. Tell me, no.
Rather just let it naturally surface if we notice anything unusual in our kids, or if they express certain emotions, or if they want to talk about the incident, then we talk with them. But how we talk about it, that's really important, because how we react to an incident like this, how we are responding, in fact, a lot of the times our children actually mirrors how we react to things.
According to the psychological first aid, principles is like safety, calm, collection, hope, and practice health. I understand that, but my question is, what are the actual sentence or saying I should deliver according to this
the
principle here?
Right? Sorry, just going one slide back, and very quickly going over the psychological first aid principles. Usually, the psychological first aid is delivered to people who are going through the first-hand incident, and
Okay.
this is what's delivered on site at the moment in Taipo. So reassuring the survivors that they are safe, that now they're out of the incident. That's really important.
Yes.
Maintaining a calm composure ourselves when talking about the incident, helping them to connect, be it connecting with, reconnecting with the society, or connecting them with the relevant NGOs, or to get, well, this links to the practical help, and then initiating or driving a sense of hope, instilling a sense of hope in them. These are all very important psychological first aid principles. Now, if we take these principles and then looking at from a secondary kind of perspective, then I guess the most important one that we need to deliver to our family, our kids, is that, yes, what we've seen is really shocking, and rest assured that we ourselves, we are safe. That safety is actually very important. A lot of the times our stress response, it takes place because, well, because we feel that we're not safe. I mean, some people could have felt that in their work environments where there is little psychological safety. Obviously, some better companies, they are improving on these, and they are taking classes on these things. And yet, it could just be work. Some people could feel that they're stressed when they are seeing their clients, anything like that. They don't feel safe. And I think for us, and especially within this family setting, the most important thing is for ourselves to feel safe. And this is physically and emotionally safe.
What are the exact wording, or can you give me some hints? Like if there's a chance, for example, I feel my boy is not feeling so happy, so I want to start a conversation. What are the exact wordings I can use?
Yeah, there are two common ways of doing this. The first one, let's say if we notice there is a kind of physical thing in let's say your son. We could say, hey, you look a little different from how you usually are. We could start by addressing what we notice, like physically.
What we can see,
What we can see,
right.
What we notice. Hey, you seem a little upset. What's going on? Maybe not in this tone. This sounds a little inquisitive. So friendly, like how we usually communicate within the family. Hey, you look a little different today. Would you like to talk about it? Or what's going on? That could open up the conversation. What I wouldn't do is, hey, are you upset? Talk to me. These are little.
Why is it? It's like because it's like I want to directly address what's happening now. You're upset. Hey, you're upset. Tell me, I can help you, right? Why don't you? Why shouldn't we do that?
There is a very subtle difference between, hey, you seem a little upset, and hey, why are you upset? Because one is what we see rather than, well, you seem a little upset. We are still inviting them to confirm whether or not that's true. If we approach them and say, hey, you're upset, talk to me. This is a bit like a top-down approach. We try to avoid that. And yes, within the family, in the Chinese culture, yes, there is the parental figure, and then there's the kids. There is like a two-tier thing. But when we're doing things in a supportive manner, we try to be their equal in these kind of contexts.
Okay, that's one way, right?
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And the other one, after they want to talk about the emotions, actually, we try to reflect on, or sorry, shouldn't use the word reflect. We try to verbalize the emotions that we see from them. Now, this is important because, as we talked about earlier on, a lot of people don't have the right vocabulary to express their emotions. And this is really up to us as parents to learn these vocabularies, which I think we do in some of our training, right? We teach some of these vocabulary, how to use them. And then if we use the right vocabulary and it hits it kind of hits how they actually feeling, it builds trust. It makes them want to open up. And at the end of the day, because we're talking about like how parents and youth could communicate better in these times of crisis, it's more about opening up and talking about our feelings.
Okay. From the PowerPoint, we can see that there's a sentence. It's like, what have you heard about what happened in Taiwan? I mean, it will directly addressing the issue, right?
I mean, if there is a culture of talking about the news at home, hey, well, you know what happened in Taipo. How are you feeling about it?
Okay. And also, like, be honest. I don't say like I adult tone, right? It's like, okay, I'm adult, and then you are a young kid. You should not do that.
Yeah.
And so let's continue the conversations like that. Like, can you cover that? Like, if like so we discuss about the news and I got some emotion. So how to continue that?
Yeah. Well, a lot of the times we need to normalize it because it's easy to feel that, hey, you are nowhere near the site. You shouldn't feel this way. The very moment we say you should not feel is actually us rejecting them. We do not want them to feel rejected. We do not want their feelings stay unheard. We address these feelings. Hey, it must be very upsetting to see news like this. And our thoughts are with all those who are suffering right there. It is actually a very good moment to help our kids to grow their compassion rather than turning it into like very sad things.
I see.
We could actually say to them, hey, it's actually very good that we feel we feel for those who are suffering. In fact, if there is anything we can do to help, then here are these and these things that we could possibly do. Why don't we as a family do something? Now, that's one possible way of helping our kids to grow their resilience, to grow their compassion towards incidents like these.
Cool. So, we have some example here, but I would say we can cover everything. It's like every sentence we can provide. So we have some tips for you, and just what Vincent has mentioned. And also now, I keep going asking this kind of question. Like at home, like me, like at the first day, I like the whole time 6-7 years the TV news are on.
Yeah.
So it's quite overwhelming. Like, but I'm really concerned. But I'm thinking, should I stay there because I'm really concerned about the incidents? But what should I do? Because there's so many media and social platforms over there.
I think many years ago in the media industry, there used to be a saying said, wherever it bleeds, it leads. So our brains are automatically captured by these very graphic scenery of what's happened. And it's natural because in evolution theories, our brains are wired to look out for things that's danger, right? That's dangerous. And we try to avoid them. So so this is how our brains are wired to function. And it takes, like we said earlier, it takes extra effort to actually go through our normal routine like we do on a usual day. It says on the screen, keeping simple at-home strategies. So routines are really important. Rather than bombarding ourselves with the social media and the news, we actually need to schedule a time to do the things that we normally need to do. It's easier said than done. And yet extra effort does need to be put in, especially it's not just kids, it's adults as well, that we are so fixed, so addicted to our phones. We need to be quite mindful on our information consumption these days. So that's one thing that we really need to think about. Obviously, again, not with the top-down approach. Hey, I'm your dad, I'm your mom. Take your phone away. Not that type. Support them and actually repeatedly say to them, I understand how it's how I understand that we want to keep updated with the news. I'm sure we're all very concerned about the people there. And then from these conversations, try to see if there's a way to channel these concerns into practical support. And I would like to use this opportunity to say one thing. Yes, a lot of us want to go on site and help and give our support like right now, but please do remember it is a very long-term effort to support those who are affected. So it's not just like a 1 or 2 weeks kind of effort. It's a very long-term thing. Right now, a lot of support is being given. Obviously, if you're capable, by all means, go and give these supports. But do remember, it's a very long-term thing. We could do things by the right kind of face and with the right kind of organizations.
We don't need to be rushed like that. And then routine is important, and we have to be a model, right?
That's right.
Like rather than just ask you for your family members to do anything, just model it. So we need to be like keep our own routine, like good sleep, and that's so important.
Because how we react to stress, how we react to incidents, our children it's very natural for them to mirror what we do, to copy.
Yeah, I see. Okay. In Kelly, we always talk about like peer support. So here's some advice to the young people here. Maybe like you have when you go back to school and you meet your friends and you feel that they are upset, they are not happy. So because of this incident, what should we do?
Yeah, well, at Kelly, we always say listening empathetically is like the most important thing, is the most valuable thing that you could do for one person. So, with or without this incident, these are actually very good tips. So, opening up dialogue with friends, with the peers that you care for, and just seeing how they generally do, and do not judge them, because, like what we said right at the beginning, all feelings are accepted.
But we always want to comfort our friends and say, if they are not happy, they're upset, and say, hey, don't be upset. And then don't worry about that. And things like that. Is it judge or like, should we say things like that?
I think it's not so much about the exact wording of what's being said. Don't worry about it. What's the other one again? We're okay, right?
Yeah.
You should be fine.
Should be fine. Don't be upset.
Yeah. Well, just by it, let's say if I was expressing how upset I am because of da 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 happened, and you come to me and say, "Don't worry, it's okay." Potentially, I'd be feeling my emotions not being addressed, and you're rejecting my feelings. So one thing, let's say I actually verbalize, say I feel upset. You could say, "Oh, this thing happened." It's natural that you feel upset. So very similar to how we talk with our children, normalize the feelings, because, well, even if it's unusual to feel a particular feeling, we want to say to them, hey, I get you. You're feeling this. You're feeling this particular emotion. Tell me more about it if you want to. I'm here for you. I think just by saying these things, first addressing the emotion. At the back of our heads, we might not necessarily agree that this is the right kind of emotional response. But then it's not for us to judge. It is not for us to judge because it is their feelings. It belongs to them. We have no right whatsoever to say it's right or wrong. Well, if you really want to, after you have addressed their feelings, you could say something like, if you really have to say it, I can see that you're feeling da da da, and I get you. I'm feeling this. I don't know how you feel about it.
Well, this is not judge.
This
It's like just express yourself, and then we have different feelings, right?
That's right. So if you feel that you have to talk about your own feelings, that's fine. But because the person is here trying to get a little bit of support from you, then support them. Obviously, that said, we always need to look after our own emotions.
Okay, yeah, especially youth, right? They like to talk to their friends first, and this is so critical for them, like to know how to listen. Okay, this is great. Okay, Vincent, can you teach us one or two simple talents we can like to calm ourselves, like when I'm overwhelmed?
Yeah, there is actually one very hands-on technique that I'm going to run it through with all of you to see what to help ourselves calm down. So it's called the butterfly hug. Butterfly, you know, it's like this, and then they fly. So if we put our hands kind of across our chests, if you feel comfortable, you could put it on your shoulders, or if you want to, you could put it on your chest. If neither of these feel comfortable, you could put both your hands on your lap, kind of normally just put it on your lap. That'll be okay as well. So as you do, just gradually, well, breathe in first, breathe in, and hold it for just a second, and then gradually breathe out. And then slowly, we can let our hands just tap on our shoulders or chests, just like this, slowly. This has a very good calming effect to ourselves. Remember the times when we get hugged by, it could be a loving parent, it could be a family member. This is the kind of feelings that we want to let our body feels that we're safe. So just by doing this for 30 to 60 seconds, it really helps calming down. This is part of a therapeutic technique, but we're not doing therapy here. We're just doing it as a little exercise to help ourselves calm down.
This is great,
Yeah. So just like this for 30 to 60 seconds.
Cool. Yeah, I got the feeling bad when my boys, when they're like in a very, very baby stage. Yeah. So yeah, from the slide they mentioned also about age appropriate. So do you have any suggestion about that?
Yeah, I mean, for very, very young kids, like those, you could still kind of pick them up and hold on to them. For those kids, you could even sit them on your lap.
Yeah.
And then, what if you want to, you could have them facing yourself or facing outwards. Either way is fine. And then just kind of holding them like this, and then tapping on their shoulders. So you're kind of hugging them.
You said, yeah.
Yeah, you're hugging them, and then you kind of tapping them on their shoulders. It works just as well as like when we do it for ourselves.
And I guess some of them, they, as you said, that they may not express themselves easily because they don't have enough vocabulary. So some of them, they may like them to draw or like to music, dancing, or like sports, or even for the youth, they love to talk to their friends, peers about this we just mentioned. So we can like discuss with like what are the best coping tools that's different for different ages, right?
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Vincent. Hey, yes, to come to the point, like okay, it sounds good, and then everybody got whatever emotion that's common, that's okay. But is it forever, or at which point of time we should be like concerned? Is it an issue and then we need to really some professional help?
Yeah. Well, again, we're not doing this webinar as like a kind of diagnostics, that kind of things. We're not doing that. I think it's we need to look out for these red flags, like the time frame, if how long it lasts. Usually for things like depression, we say it's a period of 2 weeks that if certain signs are being shown, that they are constantly lacking energy, or they're constantly in a more upset mood than they usually are, potentially not sleeping well, they're not eating well, or they have suicidal thoughts, these kind of things. If it happens for over a period of 2 weeks, there could potentially be signs of depression. But that's just about depression, not necessarily depression that we're worried about right now, because of what's happened. There could be stress responses. So these are things that we need to look out for. And by looking out for it, we also need to help the youth to address these emotions. And sometimes just by verbalizing it already helps.
I guess parents have got feelings on their children. I don't know whether you understand that. I feel that it's like, okay, there's something wrong. There's something not normal. And when it comes to like 2 weeks, 3 weeks time, I feel, oh, it's still not okay. So even we have that kind of gut feeling, let's go ahead to seek for some help, maybe professional, maybe let's talk about that. And that is still good enough. So that's why when even we are indulged, why not? Right. But the fundamental thing is like let's focus on the life, the living, what we are doing every day, and focus on the emotion and the behavior of our children.
Yeah, that's right.
So, that's a good relationship to support that.
Yeah.
Yes, and as a parent, we just mentioned that we need to take care of ourselves, and then our children, maybe the whole family, a big family. So what should we do to take care of ourselves?
Well, like the very old oxygen mask saying, like if you ever go on a plane, you always get told if the oxygen mask does get activated, put on your own mask before sorting out those for those around you. Similarly, look after ourselves first, because if we're not in the right state, we are in no position to deliver support to anybody, including our kids. So making sure that we get enough rest. By rest, I mean quality rest, not just like a 30-second nap or shut eye. We actually need proper rest. And then making sure that our routines are being kept, well, a healthy routine, I would hope. And that's we're eating, we are working out regularly, and that's our emotion support. In fact, if we already have a support system, utilize it. By support system, I mean like a network of friends or people whom we can talk to about our own emotions. For parents, hopefully it could be your spouse, it could be your own family, your parents, your siblings, and friends, etc.
Yes, first take care of ourselves.
Yeah,
and then we have energy to take care of others, right?
That's right.
So thank you. Okay. So you can take a little break, and let me share what are the resources are available now for everyone actually. So for immediate resources from the government, there's a mental health support hotline 18111. So this is run by the government, so that this is 24-hour emotional support hotline. Whoever, if you are the victims, there you are, even you are like stay there, but you are like you are not feeling good, like me, like so we can call the hotline. They will support us. This hotline is coordinates about 20 related organizations. And there's another portal if you're interested in, like for all supports, not only emotional, all kind of supports. This is a really, really good portal. If you click in the website, and you can get all the information. So if you need that, just go ahead. And but we would say that this is not. It will be a long time like war. I would say. So for long-term resources, I'm quite sure that a lot of resources from the government, from NGOs, from a lot of people, from Kelly. In last so many years, we focus on mental health and well-being for youth and their parents. So I would say like in the longer time, I would suggest like, and then what we are doing is we go to the school and we make sure the children, the students, the youth, they are well managed their well-being. So we are offering programs like Talk to Me peer support. That's what we mentioned. Peer support is so important. Social emotional learning and resilience and stress management workshop, and even workshops for the parents on mental health. So make sure we can empower the youth and parents to be more resilient. So when it comes to some crisis or difficulties, they're strong enough to carry on. So this is from the Kelly. From us, if you're interested, just let us know. So from the picture, yeah, this is what we said. You are not alone. We are here. Okay, last but not the least, Vincent, do you have a key message you can give to the parents or the young people here?
I guess for parents, the most important thing is to first look after ourselves. And because, as we already said, if we're not in the best shape, we can't really support anybody else.
Yeah.
So look after ourselves, help ourselves, and then help others. And then the next big message for young people is that all feelings, all emotions, they need to be accepted. For parents, all emotions, all feelings are accepted, not all behaviors. Now that's a topic for another day. That's a parenting thing. Not all behaviors are accepted, but all feelings are accepted. So that's for parents. But for youth, remember, whatever feelings you are going through, accept them yourselves first. Accept your feelings, accept who you are, because you are already you need to validate yourself.
Thank you. I would add like asking for help is a brave action.
It's very brave. Yeah. Absolutely.
So it's not something about I'm weak and then I'm incapable. No. So I would suggest that whenever you think, I need some help, please raise. Okay, thank you. This is the end of today's sharing. I hope we can share some important guidelines and information suggestions to parents and to young people. So for those who would like to have this PowerPoint and also want to collab with Kelly and know more about our program, you're welcome to scan on the QR code or click on in the form, and you can leave your email address to us, and then I can send the information to you. So thank you very much. We do have some time. Yeah, whoever online who want to ask some questions, you are welcome to write it on the chat box. Okay, we are from Kelly Support Group. Today, thank you, Vincent. So I invite you to follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and IG, and all the social media. And if you want to be a volunteer or support us, feel free to contact us. Okay.
Thank you all for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Vincent.
Thank you,
So we hope to have like more conversations about mental health, youth for parenting, things like that. So we want to support the community more.
That's right.
From Career Support Group. So thank you everyone online to attend our webinar. So hope to see you again. So bye bye.
Take care.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.